Hi, welcome to this week's Business Bite. My name is Angela. I'm a live event expert and a business growth strategist, and I go live every week for this Business Bite, sharing tips and tricks and valuable things about lead generation, marketing, sales, and system. And the systems we use is to sell to many people at the same time the most simple way possible by doing live events. And one thing that I wanted to talk about that I came across in a group where there was someone asking what is the fastest way to have 10K month, like in plural month. So you have 10K coming in every month. And I was kind of amazed about the answers to that question. So it was the most frequent answer was you need a one 10K client. Is that true? Yeah. I mean, if you close one 10K client every month. But one thing that you need to ask yourself is that do you have the trust from your audience to be able to sell a 10K offer? That is the number one question. And most new entrepreneurs don't. We don't have that trust. And we do everything we possibly can in the beginning to move away from building human connection and talk to our audience and try to avoid, we spend hours every day trying to avoid speaking to people. And we try to avoid building that trust. It's almost like people are not something you want to handle. People, you don't want to speak to people. They are a handful and they are just going to suck your energy. So move away from speaking to people. And that combined with the need of building trust to be able to sell a 10K offer just isn't adding up. Okay. And one thing that is also kind of interesting when it comes to pricing and when it comes to people talking about this kind of thing is that it's true that one client is going to pay you 10K, okay? But if you work with that client, for an example, this is just an example, 5 months, you actually earn 2K every month coming in from that client. Because if you are aiming to closing one client here and one client there, you're going to start every month at zero. One 10K client doesn't mean a recurring 10K business. It's not the same thing. And we get so caught up in the numbers game that is online, where you see people like, I earned a 10K month, this is how I did it. Yeah, you just need to sell one 10K client. Yeah, but that is not a sustainable way of running a business. Your recurring revenue is. So we need to see through all that kind of numbers BS that is going on online, right? And somehow kind of see the obvious thing. And one thing that kind of fascinates me as well is that I do live converting events. So I help my clients scale by sell to many people at the same time. And that is something we need to master to be able to scale. Can you scale in a lot of different ways? Yes. But the most simple way is to invite people, serving them, solve a problem, and then you invite them to join your program or book a call. That is the absolutely simplest way. And one thing that I hear when I speak to people about lead generation coming up for your launches or posting and do marketing online on social media or hand out invitations to participate in your launch or go live for 5 days in a row is that they say, oh my God, it's so much. It's so much. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to handle people. I don't want to speak to people. I want to move away from that. I want to close high ticket in DMs and I want to do lay on the beach and drink pina colada while my business is making me money while I sleep. And it kind of amazed me because do you really think that it's so easy to become a successful entrepreneur that you can start out by drinking pina coladas on the beach and have some kind of automation set up and people just trust you out of nowhere? Do you feel like it's that easy? Do you feel like that is how you did your first investments? Was that with a person that you didn't trust at all? And you just felt like, yeah, I have no idea if you can help me, but here, take my money. I will invest in you. Probably not. And now more than ever, if you look at how it is online, with that anyone can go online, claim to be an expert and put up a bio and do and sell exactly what you do. And there's a lot of those people. Then trust is more important than it has ever been. But we still try to move away from building trust into non-trusting building activities that actually does not move the needle closer. And if your goal is to close a 10K client, you will need to build that trust. Trust isn't just something you get. Trust is earned. Trust is earned during a period of time. And when we do live converting events, we kind of compressed that trust building period that could take months by just posting online into like 3, 4, 5, or 9 days, depending on what kind of a launch you do. And that is why they're so powerful, of course. But one thing that kind of amazed me is that we want to have a successful business. We want to have this amazing outcome over here. We want to have 6 figures. We want to be the 1%. We want to close 15 clients. We want 10K money coming in, 10K every month like this. But our energy to get there doesn't match up. It doesn't add up. Because we feel like, oh, posting online is too exhausting. Lead generation is too much. Going live and speak to our people, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do Salesforce. I just want money coming in some kind of automated way, and I want this outcome. It's almost like we're having a party over here, but we don't care to invite anyone, and then we get upset when no one showed up and had fun at our party. And one thing that is really important to understand is that you become the best by doing the reps, which means you need to start somewhere and do things. You need to start somewhere and implement and take action and actually go out there and start working. I mean, it's not hand over in a box. And that is kind of amazed me. And one thing that I thought about when I read the comments on that post was that everybody said that, yeah, but you just need to do this. It's so simple. It's so easy. You don't need any kind of things. Just craft a 10K offer, put it up in a funnel, and then you're all set for recurring 10K month. You don't need to do anything else than that. And we all know that is not the truth. And somehow, and I was one of that people that got sold an idea, a kind of an idea, a lifestyle, a dream, by doing evergreen sales, by people that didn't do evergreen sales to close those sales. Okay, that is the fact. I was sold an idea and a dream of having an app that gave me multi-million dollars without me doing anything, everything set on automation. And how did they sell it to me? In a launch. Okay, so as you see, that is just an add-on. And now I call it an add-on because you should start by doing the work and building trust with your audience and build that connection with the audience, that human interaction that is now more important than ever. And that is why we do live converting events. We do live webinars, we do live masterclasses, we do live workshops, we do live challenges and live launches. So we built that trust with our audience, and we have the same people coming back over and over and over again because they're so valuable. So don't get fooled when you see kind of automated things online. Look at how they sell those automated things. It's like I have a coach that I really want to work with somewhere in the future, and they have everything on automation. And now they were selling their automation in a 5-day workshop. Okay, that is how they sell the automation. So that is why it's the foundation of building any kind of business, the most simple foundation where we should start this human interaction, getting to know our audience and get the audience to know us. What kind of solution do we provide? What kind of problem do we solve? What kind of outcome do we give them? How am I to work with? What kind of convictions do I have? What do I believe in? What is my beliefs? What is my opinion? And if that is a match, we should work together. If it's not, which is going to happen in any kind of automated things, yeah, it can be kind of not a great combination, and your client is not getting the result that they want, and I am not getting my clients the result that they want. It's a losing situation. A win-win situation is when you know you can provide this client with the result that they want and solve that specific client's problem. And that client is a perfect fit for your program, and vice versa. You are the perfect coach or strategist or mentor, whatever you work with, for that person. And your solution is the solution that that person actually wants to do. And that is why I'm so open with that. We work with converting events. If you want to build a 15-page long sales funnels and move away from actually speaking to people, I am not your person. My program isn't for you, right? That is why I'm so open with not only the what you need to do, but how we actually are going to achieve it. And that is another thing that we move away from. Just give away the what, but not tell them the how. And that could be me selling you a weight loss program, claiming to help you lose 10 kilos in 30 days. And you say, how on earth are you going to do that? Well, I'm not going to tell you, you need to buy my offer. And you buy my offer, you come into my program, and I'm going to tell you, yeah, now we are not going to eat for 30 days. That is my solution. Wouldn't you rather known that solution before you invested in my weight loss program? Probably, because you wouldn't have bought it, right? Or if you actually wanted to not eat in 30 days, you would have been the perfect client because you would have done the work. Nobody else would do that work if you didn't believe in that solution, right? And that is just something that we kind of need to get our heads around when we look at people posting online or claiming whatever it is that you can do, then close high ticket in DMs. This is how you do it. How am I going to do that? Well, join my 3-day workshop. Then actually the 3-day workshop is where they are getting the sales, not the DMs. We need to kind of be real and look at the truth of things happening out there. Understand, business fundamentals. And I didn't come from a business background, so I needed to learn all this. Because in the beginning, I didn't understand it. I thought that, yeah, but if I only craft together a really high ticket offer, I will be a multimillionaire. Well, I didn't have the trust to be able to sell that offer, right? I didn't have the trust enough to be able to sell that really high ticket offer. And that is why I moved away from this automated, complicated way of running a business to actually building trust and a connection with my audience, and then inviting them to book a call or inviting them to join one of my programs. And this is just something that kind of amazed me when I look at people posting online, that is just so much BS and so much kind of instant gratification. We look for kind of a quick fix instead of move away a little bit from it and ask ourselves, okay, can this automation or this kind of thing actually works for me? Do I have the audience? Do I have an offer that actually people want to buy? If I don't have an offer that is validated, an automated funnel is not going to be the catalyst to sell that offer, because no one is going to buy it just because you put it in a funnel. If no one bought it while you did some kind of organic thing directly from you as a person, no one will buy it in a funnel. Okay. And we kind of skip the most important part to be able to have an audience, knowing who that person is, a program that solves that person's problem, and the trust that is needed to convert clients. We skip that. We go right into the automation because we are sold this amazing idea by someone that didn't do that automation to sell that offer. And that is what I kind of notice online or when you speak to people. So I just wanted to talk a little bit around that because it's something that I have heard a lot during this week, because now we are in a moment where people want to still keep on growing and scaling, but they want to do so many other things they haven't been doing for 2.5 years. And I get it. We want to do that. But if a successful business is what you want to own, your energy over here, putting in the work to get there, needs to match your expectations of the outcome. You can't put no energy in over here and expect this outcome. It's not adding up. It just isn't. And I hear it a lot because a lot of people say, yeah, but I don't want to be live for 5 days. And they don't even realize that they are absolutely converting zero clients because they have built in zero trust with their audience, and they still don't want to do that, and they still struggle, and they're still not closing any clients. And it's kind of a never-ending story. It's a wheel that is just going to go on because you're going to try 1,000 different strategies, but without that trust with your audience, yeah, people aren't going to buy anyway, right? So I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit around after I've seen a couple of posts in a group where people gave such really bad tactical advice for an entrepreneur just starting out and wants to climb to the 10K as soon as possible, with no audience, with no offer, and get the advice to just craft together a 10K offer and you are all set. And that is not the truth. We need to kind of move away from that, okay? And no one should say it's so easy to run a business, because it's not. It's not easy to run a business. And we need to put in the energy. We need to put in the effort to get there and do the work. We can't get away without doing the work, okay? You can't get away without doing the work. So if you feel like this resonates with you, or you feel like it resonates with somebody else, please share, please comment below, or tag people, okay? So thank you so much for this week's small kind of business bites, and I will be back next week. We have also workshop coming up 2 weeks from now, where we are going to help you craft together a webinar or a masterclass to sell your scalable offer. So we always start by look at a scalable offer, because if you want to scale, you need to master two things: serve many people at the same time and sell to many people at the same time. And we are going to focus on one part, that is serve many people at the same time, and then craft together a masterclass or a webinar that is usually run for an hour to sell that offer. So if you want to join, the link will be in the comment section of this live. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week.